नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये.
Sri Krishna got onto the chariot. Vidura got on with him into his chariot with Sri Krishna. And amid sounds of shang and drums and mridangam and all that, his chariot rolled down the Rajamargam. Big time showman. He came down the Rajamargam towards Hastinapura, towards the Dhritarashtra's assembly. Properly, with enough sound, ensured that the entire town lined up to see this. Oh, everybody was packing on the sides to see Sri Krishna in that majestic chariot coming, and the terraces, the windows, the balconies, everything was chock packed with people watching Sri Krishna and his army retinue come down. And Sri Krishna, of course, being the supreme that he is, when he rode down, he had a special look to everybody. He looked at everybody who was lined up to see him. Everybody said he saw me. Up he saw the terraces, the balconies, the people who had come. Everybody he saw. Slowly he went. And as Sri Krishna reached the Sabha, his sevakas who were with him blew conchs and played on flutes. He went and Sri Krishna entered the Sabha hand in hand with Vidura. One hand in Vidura's hand, other hand in Satyaki, his friend, Yadava. Between the two of them, three of them walked in like that into the Sabha. And Duryodhana had instructed, what is he up to? And Sri Krishna had walked into the Sabha, Duryodhana had had issued instructions to the kings that nobody was to get up. When Sri Krishna enters. And Sri Krishna entered, but when he entered, he was so dazzling. He was dazzling like a sun entering the night sky which was full of stars. Like sun suddenly coming. Like that he entered into the hall and everyone got up automatically on his side except Duryodhana. And Sri Krishna looked at him. At Duryodhana, and he fell down from his high simhasanam and rolled and almost fell at the feet. Tatang. He fell at the feet of Sri Krishna. He fell down. And Sri Krishna looked at him and smiled and said, Are, why did you bother? No need for these formalities. A golden asana was kept ready for Sri Krishna to sit. But before he sat, he looked up in the sky. And he noticed rishis and munis were waiting in the sky. So they had told him, right, we will be coming. So he looked up and there they were in the sky. And Bhishma was next to Sri Krishna. And he told Sri Bhishma in a low voice, he said, O Nareshwara, rishis have come to see the Sabha. They should be extended invitation with all honor and humility and offered seats. And until they are invited and made to sit down, nobody should be allowed to sit. Bhishma immediately shouted to the attendants to get more asanas immediately. Rishis were invited and then with proper welcome they sat down, and when they sat down, Bhishma nodded, then everybody else sat down and Sri Krishna sat down in his golden asana and Duryodhana and Karnan went and sat down next to him. Krishna. All who could see, meaning there was one person who could not see, right? All who could see, who had eyes to see, could do nothing but feast their eyes on the form of Sri Krishna as he sat in the golden asana. They just watched, eyes big. They just couldn't help it. There was pin drop silence. They just watched. And Sri Krishna broke that silence with a low thunder voice of rain clouds. And he directly addressed King Dhritarashtra. King Dhritarashtra, when Sri Krishna addresses now, he's going to be formally addressing Sri Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra will know that he's addressing him and nobody else. So he says, O Bharata, I have come here with a yachana to ask something, with a request, a prayer. a prayer to you, O king, that let there be peace without wholesale death of heroes. Rajan, na anyat pravaktavyam. Nothing else is there for me to say. O king, Kuru Vamsha is a noble lineage. Compared to other kings and lineages, Kuru kings are considered superior. In what? They are considered superior in Kripa, Anukampa, Karuna, Andushamsa, Arjavam, Shama, Satya. All these, the Kuru kings are considered superior. If you come from the end, Satya, truth. Meaning what? If you are given your word that you will return the kingdom, you will have to return the kingdom. Kshama, forbearance. For Dhritarashtra, the greatest forbearance is going to be able to see Duryodhana sad by giving back the kingdom. He has to put up with that. If he has to, he has to. Arjavam, straightforwardness. Don't be crooked. This we know. These four, Kripa, Anukampa, Karuna, Andrishamsa. What is that? Andrishamsa is simple, that you know. Andrishamsa is lack of cruelty. These are four different aspects of the same word, which is why I wanted to explain. What is the difference between Kripa and Karuna and Anukampa and Andrishamsa? There are slight differences. Kripa is to give happiness to others. If you want to give happiness to others, it is Kripa. That is Bhagavan's Kripa. Anukampa is when you tremble to see others in distress. When somebody is suffering and you tremble to see that person suffer, that is the Anukampa in you. When you want to make that person happy, that is the Kripa in you. When you remove the distress of the person, it is the Karuna in you. This is a slight difference between the three aspects of compassion. Some studies have shown that ladies have got Anukampa in abundance. They don't like to see others in distress. But they may not necessarily have Kripa and Karuna more. But Anukampa apparently they have. They don't like to see others suffer. Now, Kripa, Anukampa, Karuna, you know. Andrishamsa is lack of cruelty. Don't be cruel. O king, kings of this lineage that you are from, that you are the king of, Kuru Vamsha, doing wrong deeds. Not correct. It's not correct. If someone in the kingdom, in your kingdom, does something wrong, O king, you must stop him. And Duryodhana's conduct, O king, is not as per dharma. He is ill-treating his own relations. And greed has covered his brain. He has abandoned dharma. O king, you know it. And O king, we have reached a stage that we are at the verge of destruction of the whole of humanity. If you decide, O king, it can be stopped. This destruction of humanity which we are on the verge of can be stopped by you. It is not difficult. Like I was saying, it's not difficult to get up at 3. Like that is saying, it's not difficult. It depends on you and me. Says Sri Krishna to Dhritarashtra. It depends on you and me. We too can stop it. How? You control your sons. I will restrain the Pandavas. Deal. O king, unite with the Pandavas on your side. Imagine yourself. Even Indra cannot touch you. You will be the undefeatable emperor of the whole earth, and you can live happily, very happily with your children, grandchildren, Duryodhana's grandchildren, friends, relations, everything. All is yours. All you have to do is to unite with the Pandavas. O king. The option of war. Do you really seriously want war? You know the consequences. Massive death. Massive deaths. Even if your enemies die, O king, if the Pandavas die, will you be happy? Think about it. And in the eventuality that Duryodhana and your other sons die, will you be happy? King, you are getting on in age. You are getting old. And in this old age, please show affection to the Pandavas who have lost their father in their childhood. It is you who brought them up when they lost their father. You who showed love to them at that time. Show that love again. It is your duty to protect them. Your brother's sons. Pandavas, O king, have conveyed their pranams to you. He's come as a messenger. Pandavas have conveyed their pranams to you, and they have said, and I'm telling you the message that Yudhishthira gave. He said, Father, as per your command, we have completed the forest exile of 12 years and 1 year of Agyatavasam. With faith that you are our Jyeshta Pitha, Periyappa, you are our Jyeshta Pitha. With faith in you that your word that you will return our kingdom if we faithfully complete 12 plus 1, like 10 plus 2. We have done our part. Please return our kingdom to us now. This is the message. O king, do not let adharma strangle satyam. For if adharma enters into a sabha, it destroys the sabha. Yudhishthira's message to Dhritarashtra. O king, now Sri Krishna continues and tells Dhritarashtra, O king, return the Pandavas their Paitrika Rajyam, their fathers, what is due to them. O king, you know Yudhishthira, he is a sadhu Purusha. He whom you tried to burn to death in the wax house. He to whom you gave useless Khandava Prastham, barren land to rule as a small kingdom. He who, having been given the Khandava Prastham, went on from there to win the whole of the earth. That Yudhishthira, he who was deceived by Shakuni. He, this Yudhishthira, who did not stir from what he perceived to be his dharma, even when his wife was getting humiliated in your sabha. That sadhu Purusha, O king, he has sent me to seek your justice. O king, between you and me we can stop this. You control your sons. Pandavas have sent me to ask you for peace. Pandavas want peace. But they are equally ready for war.